I usually don't have my headphones on. Let me see. The countdown is not supposed to be on, so let me take that down. Okay. Tell me, can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me. Hey, Amy. T. Miley. Just having some technical difficulties, so I'm taking a second to try and figure out what the heck is going on here. Let me know. Can you hear me now? You can hear me. Yay. Because I'm like, if you can't hear me, I don't know what happened. Okay, thank you so much for telling me that. That is obviously my headphones. Don't worry, I'm going to work on that and I am going to get that fixed. I've been planning on getting some new headphones anyway, so that's evidently what the problem is. But I'm glad we got that fixed. Okay, cool. So now nobody heard my beautiful introduction, and that's completely okay. I'm just going to repeat it real quick. Welcome. Welcome to Freedom Fridays. I am so excited that you got a chance to join today. What we do every week on Freedom Fridays is that we come together as a community to be intentional about scheduling more rest and fun in our week because we know it's very easy for us to make more time to work. We have absolutely no time working harder, 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 harder. Instead, we're going to be better at creating more rest and fun. And when we do it together, we can hear what other people's ideas are and we can do better at actually being intentional about it and following through because it's not just about being intentional, it's about also following through. So I hope that you take a second and download this worksheet. I'm doing this a little different. It's on this side too. Instead of me mentioning this to you 30 million times, I'm just going to leave this information up on the screen. If you are on Instagram, then you want to go ahead and um head to my actually, goodness gracious, you're going to head to freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com and you're going to get it from there. So, yes, if you're on YouTube, the link is pinned to the chat so you could get that at the top. And come like be ready to go through the worksheet and do this with me because when we do this together, then you're done by the end of the time that we get off this call, you've got more rest and fun scheduled for next week. You celebrated your wins. You've made time for your other priorities for next week, and you've wind down for the weekend. Like, don't do this later. Do it right now. Like we're literally about to do this together. Okay. So take a second and make sure you download the worksheet at freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. Okay. I love this. Marissa, you right. Okay, now everything is moved. Because see, I tried to make things a little bit better, and then everything is in a different place. But you know what? We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Okay, and Marissa says the tech issues with being a YouTuber are so real. Girl, I feel so seen and so heard. Trying to figure stuff out. I'm just trying to do a good version of this. I don't even need it to be A plus. I was just trying to make my life a little bit easier so y'all life could be a little bit easier. And here I am with technical difficulties. So there's that. There's that. All good. We've got it figured out though. I'm glad you can hear me. And I think I've given you a good second to go ahead and download the worksheet. So let's go ahead and jump in. Ooh, so last week I got some really great feedback about how to make this session more interactive and more productive. Like not that you said it wasn't productive because this is not about being productive, but like this is about getting the most out of this hour so that we can, really actually be done with this task and have more rest in our and fun in our schedule for next week. So that being said, I have some ideas that I also want to put past you and see and get your feedback. One idea, I have another fellow YouTube friend who does what she calls a scoreboard. I hate the name of a scoreboard as it is a context for us because we're not scoring. You don't need a perfect score. I just want us to have a way to have accountability that the one thing that we're saying we're going to do as more rest and fun for the next week, that we actually show up and do it. So I would love, my thought is like, and I can show you, I'll have to figure out how to show you what she does, but it's literally a spreadsheet and you get like an emoji for all the times that you've, come back to this call and said, yes, I've added more rest and fun in my schedule for this week. So I don't know. Let me know. How does that land for you? Um, we also have the other things that we're going to do today, like actually going through and I'm going to show you how I create my schedule and all of that stuff. So we've got a lot of amazing things planned today. I will say, I hope that we will get done in an hour. And forgive me if we don't. I am refining this as we go. Okay. All right. So that being said, ooh, okay. Now here's the other thing that I wanted to do. I think that every week I want to actually start um I want to start adding a list. I want the list to show up on the screen of all the different things that oh, we got some good comments. I'm gonna come back to those in a second. I want to start creating a list directly on the screen of all the different things that we are trying for rest and fun. So if you tell me you're trying hammocking, or if somebody else is trying a silent book club, or whatever the different things are that you are trying, I want to put that list up on the screen so that we can take from each other's list. Like we have just this all-inclusive list here and we can take from each other's list and use that for different things to actually try throughout the week. Let me know if that sounds like it's a good idea as well. Now, if you can't tell, I am in a cafe today, so you might, since I can't use my headphones, there's a good chance you're going to hear noise behind me, okay? So, yes, thank you for being patient since my headphones are acting crazy, but we're gonna make the best of this, okay? All right, so then let me go ahead and see what the comments are saying. Okay, let me see. Marissa said maybe a check-in could be a softer word. I like the word check-in. Thank you, Marissa. You know what? And I'm actually going to make sure I take notes because I want to get, I mean, I could also reread it, or rewatch this, but I'm going to take notes as we go. I love the idea of calling it a check-in. I think that's going to be awesome. So, what about weekly rest and fun check-in? I think I like that. Weekly rest and fun check check-in. Might be back. Okay. So I like that a lot. Great suggestion, Marissa. Thank you so much. Sorry I'm late. Glad I made it. Girl, you're not late. Hi, Tori. Good to see you. So glad you're here. Okay, let me see what Meg said. Instead of a scoreboard, let me open it this way. So I have to find the best way to do, oh no, is that okay, there we go. And maybe instead of a scoreboard, how about a habit tracker? Make rest and fun a habit and check off whatever rest and fun activity it is. I love that. So how about we call it a check-in here, but I'm going to track it on a habit tracker on the screen. Ooh, y'all, this is good. I love this. I love this. Okay, so my to-do is going to be to create a habit tracker, a community habit tracker, um, to celebrate when we do more rest and fun. And yes, that's exactly what this is about. This is about celebrating how much rest and fun that you do. And like, the first week you might get just one sticker, but the second week you might get two stickers. The third week you might get another two stickers. And then before you know it, you can see just how much progress you've made at adding more rest and fun into your schedule. That's what I want this to be like. So I love this idea of it being a habit tracker and when you get to see your progress. Like in living color, like right here while we're doing this together. Okay. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Okay. Yes, Marissa is right. Welcome. You are right on time, girl. You are not behind at all. I love it. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense. I have a copy of a habit tracker I was going to start using again in September throughout the rest of the year. Yes, I love that. So here's that's a good idea too. So what I'm going to do as well, y'all probably are tired of downloading this worksheet, but every time I make an update, I want you to get the newest version. And Meg, I just switched websites, so now you should be able to get the download again without having any issue. So what I'm about to suggest is that I can update this worksheet and put a habit tracker in there so that you can start tracking it on your own. And then when you come and we're all together, you're just telling me your score and that we're celebrating how much rest and fun that you've added in your week during this week. So let me know how that lands. Does that feel like that comes together pretty well? Is there something else that I need to add in between? Let me know. While you're letting me know how that feels, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to write it up. Add a habit tracker tracker to the download. Okay. So then I'm going to add the habit tracker to the download worksheet. These are some really good ideas, you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much and if you think of anything else that helps us around this, I think this is going to be really, really awesome. Marissa says, that is awesome. I so appreciate your generosity in making this worksheet. It's my pleasure. It is my pleasure. I hope that you get some real wins from this. And I hope that you can see just how much this kind of intentionality. I feel like this is a different kind of work. We've worked really hard for other people. We've worked hard on somebody else's dreams and their productivity and all of those things. Now it's about shifting how we put in work to put in work for ourselves. And I want you to see yourself put in work for yourself. And I want you to see how that makes your life better. I want you to see how that improves your quality of life, how it changes things for you, how it switches from being work-life balance to life-work balance. That's what I hope that this helps you do. So making a worksheet, if that's gonna help you do it, girl, I'm all about it. You don't even have to hesitate. I am all about it. So yes, um, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be good. Okay. I was able to get a newer version of the worksheets. Yay. But I do like the idea of adding a habit tracker. Good. Good, good, good. I think this is going to be a really fun addition to what we already do. So I'm really, really excited about that. Okay. So, in addition to that, okay, now we're thinking about what are the fun and restful things that we do that we want to add to our list. So, I'm gonna do this as well. Again, this is gonna be on the screen next time. So it's gonna be on this other side that's currently empty. When we get to this part, I want to make a list of okay, rest and fun things. Hammock time, watering your plant, daydreaming outside, taking a walk, ooh, sitting at a coffee shop. Um, What other things do I need to add to the list for fun? Let's talk about that. What things need to be on the list for fun? Oh, I can't forget social dancing. I'm gonna go back afterwards and watch this part so that next time I can add this list here. Social dancing, run club, silent book club. Um, what else? Let me look and see what you guys are telling me. What are all the different things that are gonna go on this list? Okay. Hey peeps, I'm here, but working on my YouTube video too. So multitasking, girl, I completely understand. Do what you gotta do so that by the time you get done, you can just wind down for the weekend and enjoy it. Yes, yes, that's what I want. That's what I hope to hear. Okay. And then Marissa said, hey Yvonne, woot woot. I'm excited to see your new video. Me too. Agreed, agreed. Relaxing and doing nothing. Yes. I'm gonna put that on the restful side. So I just gave a list of all the things that we're gonna do for fun. What are the things that we're going to do for rest? So rest will be doing absolute like choosing to do absolutely nothing, not being so tired that you don't do anything. Way before you're too tired, like actually just choosing not to do anything, okay? Let me see, what else do we have on the restful list? I had the silent book club on my restful list. I had panic time is on my restful list. When I think of fun, I think about things that are going to make me laugh. Um, yeah, that's kind of how I distinguish it. Fun is like things that are going to make me laugh. Restful things are things that I'm going to enjoy, but it's very calming. Okay. Okay. So then let me see what Marissa's adding to the list. Mending my clothes. Look at you. Look at you, girl. I don't know that maybe because my background is in fashion design, I do not find that restful, but I love that you do. I will definitely put that on the list because somebody else might find that restful as well. Also, going to the library, I love that. I love the library, especially when it's a cute library that has like a cute little nook. Oh, that just gets me so excited. I think lately I've had this daydream of opening a vegan cafe co-working space that has like a lot of different nooks and different things like that in one spot. And then stretching. Stretching is so good. Ooh, I love that. That's really good too. Mm, really good ideas to put onto the rest and fun list. Okay, we got some more. Longboarding and forging. I love the idea of longboarding. I have a friend that got one for her birthday. Now she hasn't gone out there and done it. And she's got the helmet and everything, but that's a very I love that idea. I think I might, while you're longboarding, I think I might want to try skates. So I'm gonna add both of those to the list. Now, okay, tell me what you mean by foraging, Marissa, because I don't think I've ever foraged before. Am I showing my city girl life? I don't know what else to say. That's probably what it is. So tell me what you mean by foraging, because I want to talk more about that. That's definitely going on the list, but I need to understand what it is so that we could all take benefit in foraging. Okay? All right. Let's see. Prophet Mother Tori said, I have always wished libraries were more like cafes. You are so right. More than just the books. And you know what? Maybe that's because back in the day, those old English tidy-whitey uh libraries were all based on this idea of prestige. And now we're actually realizing all of that is some sticking your behind type stuff. And we're like, nah, I need something more laid back, more comfortable than that. I love that idea of having a library that feels more like a cafe. How do we petition for that? I need to go give that idea to the Charlotte Mecklenburg libraries because that would be amazing. But like little tree houses in there, because the ceilings are always high. That would allow people to have like extra space to be able to enjoy. Listen, this is the other reason why I like doing this and doing my program because when you give me an idea, I start running down the street with it. So I'm gonna come on back. I'm gonna come on back. Hey, Mrs. Melanie Loomba. Nice to see you. We're just doing creating our schedule for the week over on YouTube. So you're welcome to join us over there, but you'll be able to hear what we're talking about over here as well. So, okay. I love that idea of cafes being or libraries being more like cafes. All right, so then let's see. Geo geocaching? Okay, now Tori. Y'all gonna have to explain to me. Let me do a Google search real quick because I don't know what geo. Okay, let me also look up foraging. Foraging so that I could get it right. Foraging. Okay, so I thought this is what it meant to obtain food and provisions from a place. Are we talking about food and provisions from a grocery store or food and provisions from a farm? Or you just going on some random person's land and getting some food? I want to know how you do this. I think we might need to do a whole separate video about foraging, Marissa. This sounds very exciting. We're gonna have to talk about that, okay? Let me see. And then Geocaching. Let me look that up and see what that means. Y'all teaching me all these new things. I love it. I love it. And there was actually when I just started searching for it, to put in the location and it brought up like geocaching in Charlotte, North Carolina, which blows my whole mind. Okay, geocache is treasure hunting games. Oh, super cool. Yeah, I love this. This is definitely all of these things are going on the list. I love that we're adding. See, this is why I think we need to have an ongoing list because we're all going to be hearing what other people are suggesting and finding some really great ideas about, different things that we could do to add more rest and fun in our schedule. So I love this. This is fun. This is fun, y'all. Okay, we're gonna add both of those to the list. Okay, so good. All right. So then, let me see. Pittsburgh has a number of cafes and library bookstores. First of all, just the fact that it's in Pittsburgh is a no-go for me. Maybe when I go home to visit my family, but I'm gonna have to find the cafes and bookstores in Charlotte because I left Pittsburgh 23 years ago and I have no intention on moving back. Okay. But yes, I'm sure I would like to find. I think the other thing that Tori was saying about that, I would just love to see like why couldn't every library be like a cafe? Like, wouldn't more people use them? Wouldn't Man, if they had co-working spaces in there, I could imagine that would be such an amazing way. And they can like have upgraded versions where you that could be an income stream for the city. Listen, here I am going down the street with the idea again. But yes, there are library cafes around. There's another one in Belmont here in Charlotte. It's a little bit closer to the other place that I stay. So I like to check that one out too. But I want to keep that on the list. That's a good thing to go look for. Okay. I'm on a tangent. Let me get back on track. I think I'm going to do a home facial and a mani-pedi this weekend when I wash my hair. Listen, all of those should be on the list unless you really hate any of those three things. We could put all of those four restful things on the list as well. Oh, Marissa. Hey, Marissa. Happy you joined today. Yes, I said absolutely no to Pittsburgh. You right. No, absolutely not. We're not doing that. Hey, Alicia, happy Friday. So excited you guys are here. Listen, she said, Yvonne said, noted. Yes, girl. No to Pittsburgh. Absolutely not. But that's okay. As I had another person from Pittsburgh, she said I was delivered from Pittsburgh. So if that just tells you how I feel, then that's how it's going. All right, so we talked about a couple things. Let me recap where we are since we had a couple people join in. We talked about updating the worksheet because we are going to start doing this community. We're going to try out this community thing where we do weekly check-ins on how much rest and fun we've had every week. And I'm going to put the tracker here on the screen and we're going to fill it out together so that we can see a direct correlation of the first week we do one rest and fun thing, the second week we do two, the next week we do maybe four, or however many we do. It's not about how much we do, it's that celebrating that we made intention and followed through to do it. And then actually taking a pause and recognizing how we're seeing ourselves evolve and change as we start to prioritize ourselves more. So I am going to work on getting that all set up on the screen for next week. In addition to that, I am going to add a habit tracker to the worksheet. Again, I said, forgive me because I keep updating the worksheet, but y'all keep giving me great ideas. So I'm like, this is what I got for you. So I'm gonna update the worksheet and add a habit tracker in there so that when you come the next week, you can say, these are how many times that I checked off rest and fun for this week so that we can celebrate you. And then we're gonna put it on the screen and celebrate it some more. Okay. So I'm really excited about that. Ladies, you've given that's such a great idea. And I think it's gonna be a really good community activity for us to do together. Yes, I'm excited. That's my excited face. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Alicia said, "Not delivered." I know. She said it. But and you know what? It was a pastor's wife, so that's probably the other reason why she was, biased to that word, but yes. Okay. So then let me see. Foraging. I go walking in my area and learn about the local medicinal plants that are classified as weeds and identify and gather them. Marissa. Okay. We're gonna have to do a whole video on this. Like, girl, can you take us on a walk and show us how you do this? Like, I- that's really cool. That's extremely cool. Like, there's hands down, I don't even know what else to say. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, I'm gonna have to learn something for me to have to be able to do that because I couldn't. I'm lucky I could name my peace lily, let alone a medicinal herb just walking down an area. So that's really cool, really interesting. Okay. My library is like a cafe. It's possible, y'all. Okay. I like that. See, that means that it's possible. Hopefully that it's going to continue to catch like a wildfire fire. And a lot more libraries will take that up because I would love that. Um, love, good. I like that you like that idea. I think that's going to be really good community for us to come and do every week. I'm really excited about it. Okay. Okay, Marissa said, Rashida, do you work in a co-working space in Charlotte? So I haven't picked one particular co-working space yet, though I do have a couple different places that I like back and forth to. I will say there's a place called Switch Yards here in Charlotte that I like. They haven't, they have a location, but it's all the way on the other side of town for me. So I haven't made it my regular place that I go, but I do like it. And their internet is crazy, crazy fast. Whenever you see me like in a phone booth, that's how you know that I'm over at Switch Yards. So yes, that's where my co-working space is. Hey Alicia, hey Marissa. Yes, all the highs. I love this. So this is good. This is good. Okay, this is so cool. Okay, yay. Good. I like that y'all like the idea about doing the community check-ins and the habit trackers. That's good. I'm really excited about this. Okay. Good, good, good. All the good things are coming. Okay. Wait. Most areas have dandelion. It's an easy plant to identify and a great way to start. But yes, I will take y'all on a foraging walk. Thanks for all the great ideas. Love it. Please do. Please do. I actually drink dandelion tea just about every day. It's called Dandy Blend. I buy it from Amazon. So that's what I use right now. But if you're gonna teach me something else, I'm gonna have to switch over. Or you could make your dandy blend and I could just buy it from you because I'm not gonna lie. I probably won't prioritize it. I wanted to go foraging for the fun of it, not because I'm trying to actually find anything. Yes. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay. So now we've got a list. And like I said, next week I'm going to make sure that I start putting that list on the screen because I want us to be able to fill out our worksheet and start adding these things to our worksheet so that when we move into this next section of actually scheduling it in our week, we have an extensive list of things to pick from. I don't want us to ever feel like we don't have rest and fun things to do, or that we don't know what rest and fun things to do, because we can always try something that's already on our list, and we can try something that we already like. But either way, we got a list. We just got to remember where the list is. So all we have to do is come back to it and be able to pick something and use it. Okay. So, okay. This week, I want to show you, let me see. This week, I want to show you how I found some rest and fun things. So, once I started getting on Eventbrite, like choosing things from Eventbrite, they will send me weekly updates. And I only do weekly emails because I don't want no 20 million. I don't need an email every day. I don't need 3 times a day emails. I do like emails, but I don't need them all the time. So Eventbrite sends me one weekly email with a list of different events that I might like. And so I go through that email and I look through it and It's like they're sending me all the things that I don't have to go do the research for, and I like not having to go do the research. It's not even about being lazy. I like in this world of people wanting my time, I might as well let you send me the things that I actually don't want to have to research for, right? Why would I go research it when you're going to send it to me? So I like this email a lot and I want to show you what it looks like. So let me try to show this on the screen right now. Um, okay. Okay, I see a couple of them. Now this is the email. Okay, let me do that right. Let me look for that email first and then I'll share my screen so you can see. Oh, Eventbrite, embrace the long weekend. Okay, good. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So let me share my screen so you can see. Um, I do this every week. It's this one. Okay, good. All right, so you should be able to see my screen right now, and I'm gonna open this up so that it's bigger. So you see how I got this email from the Eventbrite, and it had events for me. So it did the research for me so that I didn't have to do it for myself, which I'm always about. Thanks for making my life easier, Eventbrite. And so then from that, there was the Wood, Katandra night. No, Katranada. Katranada night. Sorry, I had to sound that out. Outdoor movies, Labor Day white party, More Than Friends Charlotte R&B day party, and then back to business brunch. So it sent me all of these things because I already started taking a second every week to go into Eventbrite and look for things that are on my list that are like, hey, these are things that I like to do. And it started doing the research for me. And I said, thank you. Thank you very much, Eventbrite. I appreciate that. And you know what was even better? Some of these events were free. So, like this one, I went to this last night. The only thing was, it looked like it was probably gonna be fun. The doors, oh, they weren't clear about whether the movie started at 8 at 7 or if the doors opened at 7. Well, the doors opened at 7 and the movie wasn't starting until 8:30. I wasn't gonna sit there for an hour and a half. So I went on home. But I think I'll go back and try it another time now that I know what I'm getting myself into. And it'll be fun way to just get out the house and get a free movie. Okay. So what I'm saying is that once we get the list of fun and things, restful things that we can do, then we can actually just start enjoying them. You know what I mean? Like finding them and letting Eventbrite do the research for us and then adding them to the calendar. That event last night was free. I just added it to my calendar. I added something else to my calendar for this weekend as well. We'll probably see it in a little bit. So let me know. Okay, so I'll make sure I'll show it to you in a second. So let me know, does that feel like how's it been going with finding different events? I want to know if there's a better way to help us all do that, okay? Because this is about being practical for it, okay? I love this. I love these comments. It's efficient, not lazy. Learn that in high school from a nun. Exactly. We appreciate efficiency and we take advantage of efficiency. That's why I started putting this thing on the side that has the worksheet so I don't have to tell you 20 million times how to get the worksheet. It's right here. All about that efficiency, okay? All right. So then next, I love this. Marissa said, "Give me a curated list, please, and do it by my town." So listen, if you look into Mexico, it's gonna send you some stuff by Mexico. That's what we want to be. Okay, come on. Efficiency is right. Got to get ready for another appointment, but I wanted to pop in and say, hey, thank you so much for stopping in, Meg. I'm also so always so happy when you jump in, when you come and visit. Yes, catch the rest of the replay, okay? We're at 39 minutes in, so you can start there. Oh, this is so, so clever. Yes, y'all. We talked last week. You said, how do I actually get more rest and fun in my schedule? This is how I do it. I let somebody else do the research for me, and then all I have to do is sign up. Simplifies the process a lot, okay? Marissa said, I need a redo of Charlotte. I didn't go anywhere when I lived there. I get there. I completely get that. I'm trying not to be that person because I can do that. When I move to a new city, I'm like, as long as I know where the grocery store is, which is it used to be one of my favorite places to go. Now, not as much, but I would just get like settled in. I wouldn't actually check things out. But like these are some of the things that allow us to get out and explore, and they don't always cost. The three events that I signed up for Eventbrite, all of them are free. If I wanted to hookah last night, I could have. I'm not a hookah and I'm not a drinker, but I could have sat there and enjoyed the movie and got the popcorn and the other stuff and invited some other people who might have partaken in the other things. So yes, come on. If you want to give Charlotte a redo, come on, girl. I got you. We here. Come on over. Yes, thank you so much for sharing this with us. Good. Yay. I'm happy that that's a good thing. I do like seeing the events listed on Facebook page, which friends are interested in. That is a good one as well. So anytime I'm looking for step-in events, that's the best place for me to look because it'll show me any dance event, Kizomba as well, dance events that other people are interested in, and I can click, even if I don't know if I'm gonna go yet, I can click interested and it'll keep telling me about reminding me about that event. Again, why not let these algorithms work for you? Okay. Let it show you the things that you want to see without you having to go look for it. Okay. All right. Yes. Enjoy your weekend, Megan. Okay. Let me see. I have been signing up for the email list for organizations I actually enjoy. So now I have been getting invites to events that align with me. Yes, girl. Last weekend I went to a soil theme event and had a blast. I love that. That is such a win, Marissa. Thank you for sharing that. Because I think that for a lot of us, we've gotten emails that have not necessarily been helpful. And so now we don't even take a chance, we don't take a second, or you know what? It's not even that the emails were helpful, it's that they just sent too many at one time. And so we stopped looking at them. And I try to be cognizant about that. I try to not like if I'm doing a sales campaign, I do have more emails. But then when the sales campaign is over, I like to just send a weekly newsletter. But the point I'm trying to make is when you're signing up for any of these emails, try to change your preferences so that you can get the download of the most important information. Because a lot of times they do actually have good information in them that you can use for whether it's events or things that are coming up, even if it's an event with a coach or something. Take advantage of the events. I'm done. I'm not gonna rant anymore. So yes, but I love this. I agree with all the ladies in the chat. This is amazing. A soil themed event, and you found something so specifically aligned to you. That is flipping beautiful. I love that. I don't even know what a soil themed event looks like, but it makes me want to go find out. It makes me want to go. I love this. So, yes, I love that you sign up for some places that really feel aligned to you and you're letting them do the research. Let them send you the stuff. Okay. Okay, good. So now let's move into celebrating our wins from the week. Now, I'm not ready to do the habit tracker this week, and we're going to start it next week. So this week, just start telling me what are the different things. Hey, Mother's Core, welcome. We're just moved into celebrating our wins. So take a second and let us know what are the wins you're celebrating this week. Okay. So what wins are you celebrating? Let's just start with one. If you have up to three, give me all three, but start with one. And while you're doing that, I am going to start telling you what my three wins are for the week. Okay, let me see. Thanks, guys. I'm going outside. Yes, you are, girl. Yes, you are. Get it. Come on. I love it. Okay, my three wins for this week. Let me think about what happened this week. You know what? This is why I gotta go back into Ellie because sometimes it's really good to help remind me what my wins were for the week. Let me see. Oh, okay. that cycle time with, wait, because did I talk to you guys about that on Monday? I did. So I got to tell you that I did cycle time, a spin class with Megan last weekend. It was really good and it kicked my butt and I was sore for a good 3 days. If anybody else does cycling and y'all have some cycle shorts that you like, please let your girl know because I hate doing cycling because it makes my butt hurt. I got cushioning, but it ain't evidently it's not enough to make my butt not hurt. So, but I enjoyed the class nevertheless. That's the win. Let me stop griping about the bike and actually celebrate the win. I really enjoyed the class. It was really, really good. Um, this week I did a virtual coffee and I did an in-person coffee this week, and both of them were really good conversations. My virtual coffee, I did have technical difficulties. Womp womp. I'm so sorry, Tori, but we're gonna do it again. And I'm excited for like us continuing to have our conversation and getting to know each other. So that's my second win for the week was that I did a couple virtual, well, I did a couple networking things. That was very fun. Um, and then the third one is that I went to that event last night. Even though I didn't stay, I was very proud of myself for finding a completely new event that wasn't word of mouth, like actually just trying something. I would have probably not found that event if Eventbrite wouldn't have referred it to me because I wouldn't have looked for an event in a hookah bar. So that was kind of a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't do any form of smoking any way, shape, or form. But I'm also glad that I went. I think that I still don't think I'm a hookah, but I like the vibe that was in the hookah lounge, and that might be something that I would want to consider. Um, just looking at it as something else to try regardless, especially if it was on like a rooftop bar. So that's my third thing that I'm celebrating this week. So, yes, let me go ahead and see what we got here. Um, see, it's not just me. My butt hurts too when I ride my bike. I'm like, I must need a really wide seat because these little sliver of the seats ain't nothing but in the wrong places, okay? I do not like how the seats make me feel, so I'm glad I'm not the only one, okay? Yes, yes, so many wins this week. It was lovely, a win for me too, yay! I'm happy it was a win. Again, we're gonna do it again anyway, and I'm excited that we're still doing some audio messages back and forth, so a virtual coffee is a great idea. I told y'all we should do a virtual coffee, and most of y'all didn't take me up on it. Tori's the only one that took me up on it. So listen, I said let's do a virtual coffee, or at least get on a exit plan call. Like, don't think I'm playing. And there's gonna come a point where I'm not gonna be able to do these anymore. So do them while we can. Okay, let's do them now. Don't put it off. Okay. So then, Yvonne wins. Yes. First win, scheduled friends and music festival this time for us. Lord, I can read. Scheduled fun friends and music festival fun time this weekend. I love it. What's the music you're gonna hear? That's so exciting. And then recorded 2 YouTube videos. Get it, girl. That's real good. Listen, that's that's like, that's more than a win. I need something, what's the word, bigger than a win? Like, that's huge. Come on, girl, get it. And then in bed by 11 p.m. 3 amazing, amazing wins. I love every single one of those. I need to be with you, girl. You'll have to start reminding us. Get into bed, y'all. We're supposed to be in bed by 11. I love every single one of these ones. Yay, congratulations, Yvonne. So good. Okay. Yvonne, hooray to honoring your bedtime and scheduling fun. Agreed, agreed. Um, there are seat gel pads you can buy to widen the seat. Really? Marissa, you got a wealth of knowledge back here that I'm glad that we're getting a chance to dig into because I've never heard of a gel pad for a bike seat. I might actually end up spending more often if I can find. I'm gonna have to look that up and check that out. So yes, I love it. Thank you. Okay, Alicia's got her wins. Okay, number 1, I had a day where I didn't do any dang thing, dang on thing, stayed in bed all day. Yes, yes. Ah, I feel it. That just sounds so good, so good. And then number 2, I finished making my DIY music video. Ooh, okay, so when does that release so we can all start looking for it, okay? I already watch your videos, but I wanna make sure I don't wanna miss that, okay? Second one, so good. All the hearts, yes, you should be feeling all the love around you, yes. And then I've been staying in nature, and that's been everything. Yes, so good. Now, when you say nature, are you I'm asking because I'm not so great at nature because nature likes to make me swell up. The last time I got bit by some bites, I had to go to the emergency room. But I love that you're in nature, but I'm curious, what part of nature are you staying in? Because I would love to try it and see if I can survive it, but I'm not sure if I can. So let me know where you going so I could go try it too, okay? All of these are amazing wins. Like, y'all, this is so good. Are you proud of yourself? Because I'm proud of you. Like, we talk about adding more rest and fun, and we are doing it. We are literally doing this. This is so good. Okay. All the hearts and all the love, all the excitement. Yay. All of it sounds so amazing. And you deserve that rest. Agreed. You deserve that rest. And if you're telling someone else you deserve that rest, hey, sis, you deserve that rest too. Let me just be clear. You deserve that rest too. Okay? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. And then let's see. Oh, and signed up for a tennis class. I love playing sports as a workout. So fun. Listen, and tennis is a hardcore workout. Come out with the Serena legs playing tennis. Get it, girl. That's a lot of fun too. Okay, I need to add that to the rest and fun list as well. Um, for adding tennis and sports in general to the list of different things that we could do to add more rest and fun as hobbies into our week. Oh, such a good idea. Such a good idea. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. Yay. All of this excitement. I love this. Yes. So many wins, so many amazing things. Number one sounds heavenly, Elisa. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Also, I'm so down for a coffee date. I'll drink tea. Perfect. Because I don't really drink coffee either. I call it a coffee date, but I don't drink coffee. So maybe we call it beverage date. That sounds weird. That's why I just call it coffee date, y'all. Just bring a yummy beverage. Even if you want a mimosa, bring that. No judgment. Okay. I love it. I'm gonna send you an email about it or a DM. I'll DM you on Instagram. Okay. Yay, all the wins, all the excitement. Praise for Serena legs. Oh, yes, Serena legs in the house. Come on. I love it. Okay. Marissa says, my wins. I published an article that's been brewing for a while. Yeah, I love it. Tell us, put in the chat the link to where it is so we can all read it. You can't tell us something like that and then not give us the link to it, friend. Come on now, don't be stingy. And then I went to a lunch at a new place and had an amazing veggie croissant. Okay, I'm jealous. I want a veggie croissant. That sounds amazing, especially because croissants and the flakiness always make me so happy. And then number two, I started singing again. Yay! I love that too. Oh my gosh. These wins are so encouraging and so enlivening. These are so good, you guys. Congratulations. Every single one of these is so good. Girl, and also take a picture of that veggie croissant next time so we can eat with our eyes, even though we're not in Mexico to eat with our mouths, okay? Yes. All of these are so, so good. Yes. My pleasure. All the blessings. We're sending all the blessings to everyone. I love it. I love it. And come on and sing. Yes. Yes. I love it. I think singing is one of my best stress relievers. I need to make sure I add that to the list. When I get at home, when I or like in the car and you could put the music on like 300 and nobody can sing it, like hear you, and I can sing at the absolute top of my lungs because I have an extremely loud voice. It is one of the most deepest ways I connect with God and the deepest way that I get into stress relief. So I love that we're singing. And I don't even care if it sounds good. This ain't about it sounding good. I mean, I don't think I sound half bad, but it doesn't matter. It's this release, this freedom that happens when we sing. Y'all are making me so excited. Come on and sing. I love it. So good. So, so good. I love this. Okay, singing is meditation for real. I agree. It most definitely is. Like, I love that. It definitely needs to be on the rest and fun list. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and get all of these and add these to the list. So, so many good ones today. Okay, Marissa singing. Okay, I love that for you. Yes, yes. Come on. I love it for all of us. So good. Yes, meditation and prayer. Ah, thank you. Exactly. Meditation and prayer. Yeah. Okay, we all need to take up some singing and add all of this to our list. Okay, so let me get back to Marissa's wins. The other Marissa's wins. Okay. I realized I just went from one Marissa to the other Marissa. I love it. Okay, I finished week number 2 of teaching art and upcycling, girl. You got so many amazing things going on right now. Did you That's a whole win in itself. Like, come on. I love this. Teaching art and upcycling. And then you went skateboarding. I love that too. Okay, so we got both longboarders and skateboarders in the house. Too bad y'all are not close to each other. You could do it together. Or maybe y'all do a live stream. No, never mind. I take that back. Because video recording and trying to be on a skateboard sounds super dangerous. So don't do that. But maybe do a video sharing about how you two got into it and why it's so refreshing to you. So maybe that's the thing. And then number 3, took a midday nap once this week. I love that. Gosh. Yeah, a week during the middle of the day, that time, it almost makes you feel like you got 2 days and 1 day because you stop pushing yourself all day long, right? Like, whenever I stop and I do like a walk in the middle of the day, I always feel like that too. Ooh, ooh, congratulations, Marissa. 3 amazing, amazing wins. These are so good. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Is everyone out here singing? Do we need to do a virtual healing choir? Hey, I ain't mad about that. Come on. We could do it. We could all do it. I'm into it. We could just do a Zoom and then stream it. Yes. Just making a beautiful noise. Yay. I love all of these. So good. Absolutely. Yes. Longboarding. Longboarding, that's appealing. Writes it down. I love it. See, that's why we're doing this. So we could take ideas from each other and find other things that we would enjoy as well. Yes, I want to learn to skateboard, y'all. I'll be on the skates. I don't think I'm ever gonna be on a skateboard. I'm a little scared of that, but I'm gonna reach you on from my roller skates. Okay. Okay. I love this. Siestas. Yes. Siestas. I studied abroad in Rome, and that was one of my favorite times because you got to go to your favorite cafe. You got fresh food. You sat down, you chatted with somebody for an hour. And then, probably an hour or two, you might even have had a glass of wine, and then you go back to your day. Like, it is refreshing and it reminds us to pause. Siestas. Come on. I love this. I love this. Like, a choir might be in order. Come on. Come on. Make a joyful noise. I love all of these things. Yeah. So many amazing, amazing wins from this week. So, so good. Okay. I love it. All right. So now that we've looked at our wins from this week, let's start looking at what are the things that we need to, first of all, if you haven't yet, go over to Eventbrite and look for some events in your area. let me ask you, is this a good time to pause and give you 10 minutes to go do that? To go look on Eventbrite and find some activities that you can like sign up for so that Eventbrite can start doing some research for you. I think we should pause and do that because then you've got it done now. And then we don't even need is 5 minutes, 10 minutes. How much time should we take? But I wanted to I think maybe we should take some time to do that because I want this to be as automated and as simple and efficient as possible so that we could get back to enjoying our lives, right? So let me know if it makes sense for us to do that right now. That was such a beautiful invitation to reflect on the week. Thank you. Yay! Yes, I appreciate that too. An invitation to reflect on the week. Come on. That was poetry. I'm writing that down so we could use it. I'm gonna take a screenshot so we could use that next week. Okay. Where's my little okay, here it is. Thank you. That's beautiful. Come on. Okay. So I am gonna put on a timer. Let me see. Do I have one already ready? Yes, I have a 10-minute countdown timer. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to head over to Eventbrite and look for, just try to find just three events that you can schedule for rest and fun in your calendar for next week. Okay. Okay. Here it is right here. Go ahead and take some time and do that right now. I know uh, this call has gotten longer, but I think this is a good thing. This is a good thing. We're doing this together. So take some time. I'm gonna stop talking. Here, let me put some music on. No, yes, I'm gonna put some music on. Some some searching music. Where's it at? Here we go. Okay. Okay. Some weird shit, but here we go. Hmm. We're actually closer to like 4 minutes. That went because I accidentally changed screens. It went too far. So let me change this. My technical difficulties, y'all. Okay, we're gonna stop in just a couple seconds. So finish looking out where you're looking at. I found a silent book club that I think I'm gonna try. I'm trying to see what part of town it's in. That's how I switched the screen by accident. Okay, I could do this one. Day of the week is this one. Thursday, okay. Oh, it's on Thursday. They're always on the same time. Hey, Motorhome Antigos. Um, they're always on Thursday. I need them to be on not the same day as my other fun things. Why can't this be on Tuesday? Monday. Okay. I'm gonna like this because I think I might find some other ones in the future. Okay. Since I messed up the time, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. All right. So I hope that y'all took a second and found a couple fun things that you can add in your schedule for next week. Okay. So now we're going to take a second and actually we're going to move into this part where we're looking at um, what things that we not accomplished for last week and choosing what our number one objective for this coming week is going to be. And I'm going to talk you through how I'm going to do that. Okay. So first, let me show you my screen. You're getting all the behind the scenes on my business while we're doing this. So um, hopefully it's not TMI. All right, so I'm looking at all the things I accomplished last week. I slept in, I went to cycling, I moved over my hashtags. I'm looking at all the things that I've did. There were a couple things. So I did this, but I didn't do it in the same order, so I didn't check it off. So actually, I can check this off. One of the things that I recognize from this week, one of the habits that I usually do is my YouTube creation, and I'm changing the way that I'm doing it. So I need to reorder these couple tasks. They're in blue. Remember, I color code my tasks, so I'm reordering them so that they happen in a different order. So first, I'm gonna outload outline what my talk is gonna be, and then I'm going to do research and find out my shout out videos and all of that stuff. And then I'm going to move into scripting it out and all of that. Well, not scripting, but setting up my outline in Canva so that it's easier for me to do in a presentation way. So I'm saying that to say sometimes you're going to have a routine that you start doing and you find that it works for a while and then sometimes you have to update it. That's completely normal. And actually, if it stays the same for crazy, crazy long, there's a chance that you might not be paying enough attention to what you're actually doing and you want to switch it. So, um, yeah, pay attention, try to be present in how you use your time and use every week when we're looking at our week to see if you're actually doing it that way or if you need to update it. That's my own tip that I use for myself as well. So I'm looking at all the different things that I have done for the week. The one thing that I am being present with as I'm reflecting on this week about the things that I didn't get done, we reflected on the things that we celebrated, but the things that I didn't get done, I realized that I didn't schedule enough time this week to really do the work on my website that I wanted to do. And so there were a couple times this week where my intuition or my mind and body wanted to pull me away to prioritize something else, rather than the things that I had actually scheduled. So instead of, beating myself up that I didn't do that, I finished the things that I actually had scheduled. But now today, I want to take a second and I want to make sure I brain dump about what things that are left to do on my website so I could be more intentional about scheduling that in for next week. Remember, we've already put in time for rest and fun. Now we're trying to figure out what is our number one objective that we want to accomplish for next week. And did you realize I said one? One. Because otherwise, we try to do too many things. And that objective is a big objective. There's tasks under that that I need to do. So, one objective that has a lot of different little things that I have to do and actual finish that. Let me check my chat here. So, make sure there's no questions. Okay, good. All right. So, now that I have thought about what's that one objective that I think I might want to do, let me see if I can switch my camera so you can see. This is a lot of camera work, so forgive me if everything does not go super dandy here. Go back to here, and then let's see if I could do this. I've never tried to do this on the screen, so we'll see if it works. Is it gonna work? Maybe not. So there's a version of this. Oop, is it still setting up? Okay, while that's setting up, I was trying to see if I could show you exactly what I'm writing down because we all talked about being able to write it down. I'm still into that. Remember, I still keep paper. Okay, good. That's fine. So, what I would say is once you feel like you've thought about here are a couple things that I think I want to get done for the week, then you choose one. Then you take that one thing and you do a little bit of a brain dump. The way that I like to do a brain dump is when I've decided on what that number one thing is, I just sit, I put a little timer on for 5 minutes and I write down all the things that I think I need to do for that. Because that helps me focus for the week and know be a little bit more realistic about what I need to do. Otherwise, if I say I just need to finish the work, the website, and I put 2 hours here and 2 hours there, I haven't thought about what exactly does it mean to finish the website. I haven't made that objective really achievable yet. So I like to take that second and do that. So I'm gonna tell you how I do that. First and foremost, in the middle of my page, I'm gonna put finish my website. Now, I'm not able to show you what I'm writing down. I'll try and listen, all these things to figure out. I'll try and see if I can figure out that for next week. But here's how I'm going to decide what still needs to be done. I'm going to go in and look at my website as it is right now. I'm not going to use that window. Let's use a different window. So I just moved my website from Get Response to MailerLite. I'm just using this as an example. No matter what it is, the step that we're doing right now is after you chose an objective for the week, take a second and do a little research of what is it going to take to accomplish that so you know the list of what needs to get done, okay? So in order to finish my website, I just moved it from MailerLite over to or from Get Response to MailerLite. And there were a couple things that I want to make sure I did. So I already have my actual website here. There were 4 main pages that I needed to do. I'm taking a look at it right now. I finished the home page, I finished the about page. It's connected to my YouTube, and the work with me page is done. So I have all of those main pages done. I'm not gonna overlook any, like, I'm not gonna spend too much more time trying to overthink that. The main things that I want to work on now are making sure the SEO are good and making sure the email sequences. So again, I'm on MailerLite. It's pretty cheap and I like the way it looks. I think it looks really simple and very pretty for a great price. And it's still connected to my email. That's why I switched over. So I need to work on all the SEO stuff and I need to do that for each page. So I'm gonna make sure I write a list of what each of the pages are. And then I need to check the automation. Okay, so I don't have any automations directly to my website. My automations are actually connected to my landing pages. So Landing pages I use for any time that I'm offering you guys something like the exit plan call, the worksheets, if you're interested in a VIP day or anything like that. I have a welcome series that's coming out. My link in bio, all of those are on landing pages. So I have way more landing pages than website pages because a landing page is just me giving you a direct link. That's how someone, I think Tori said she appreciated that my links are all aligned. So like this one is freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. This one is webinar.yourdreamstrategist.com. Meant for more.yourdreamstrategist.com. That's why I do them that way because it makes it really easy to remember and it makes it easier for you guys to find. So the things that I need to do for these, I need to make sure that the email sequences are doing what they need to do. So I'm going to add that to my list as well. Email sequences. And then I'm gonna make a list of exactly how many of what email sequences. Now, most of those I have written already. There was one that I was finishing up on, but I think I have that pretty well. I think that's pretty good. And then this morning, landing pages are a good way to test an idea and ask you guys, like, hey, if you're interested in this, sign up for this email list and let me know. And if I get like an overwhelming response and when I'm ready to launch it, I will let you know. Like, I'm sure you've seen that before. So I can create a landing page for that. So I recently had this idea about doing VIP days because someone said to me, I love your program. Is it possible to do it in a shorter amount of time rather than over months? And so I did some research and I found that VIP days could be a really good way to do it. And I would do the VIP day where it's like one VIP day is because there's four overall steps in my program. So it's like VIP day one would be redefine your identity, and we would do everything in that one day. It would be an intense day, but man, powerful day. Or I'm thinking about doing like where, hey Meg, um, where I do for 3 weeks of VIP days and we do all three topics like bang, 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 instead of doing it over months. Um, Instead of doing it like 1 hour sessions here and there, I would be doing it where it's a day session where we do a grouping of sessions in one day and then we move to the next. All of that to say, I can create a landing page and ask for, people to sign up and get an idea if people are interested. Can you see why? So this is why I stop and do the research because I need to look for myself. What are all the things that are flying around in my head that I need to get out of my head and get down on paper so I can reorganize and decide what needs to get done? So now that I've done that, I know the couple things that I need to do. The main things I need to do, I don't need to create any more landing pages. I don't need to create any more website pages. I need to do the follow through for the ones that are already created, and that is updating my website SEO and the SEO on the landing pages, and then doing my email sequences. And I need to create a list of what those things are. So when I'm working out my schedule for next week, especially if you're an entrepreneur, like this is how I go through things. Um, this is what helps me get things scheduled out during the week so that I know what I'm accomplishing. And I'm doing this in the midst of also being a contractor. So I'm doing work for other people as well. So I know what I'm doing for them and what I'm doing for me, and nothing gets lost in the sauce. Y'all, no, that was a lot of information. So I need to know, is that helpful? Does that help you make better plans? Does that help you have a better idea of what goes into this next section of like scheduling your week? Okay, let me know if that's helpful. And then remember with the rest and fun, we've done a good chunk of that work in the last section where we looked at Eventbrite, and you should already have at least one or two hobbies that you could do on a regular basis because that helps you automate rest and fun in your week. Okay. With the more that you can automate these things, remember how we talked about efficiency? Those things, hobbies are adding efficiency to your schedule, efficiency to your ability to have more rest and fun in your week. So think about those too. And you want to make sure you get those scheduled into your week. Okay. So let me check in the comments because we got a couple coming in. Okay, I need to update my website too. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Marissa, who do you use for your website? I've used a lot of different platforms. I'm not switching anymore because I just switched to this one and I love that it's only $20 a month for both email and website. But I'm still curious to know what you use because I'm nosy. I'm nebby. Okay, question. How have you found a balance between being an entrepreneur and a contractor? A really, really, really great question, Marissa. I am going to answer that in 1 second. Okay, yes, so helpful. Thank you. Okay, good. Then let's come back to this question. So remember how I told you guys about the time and energy budget? Um, and if you want, I have the worksheet that's available for purchase. I think I do it for 15.99. um, do not have that in the comments. I can share it with you super easy, but let me walk you through. I'm going to walk you through how I do it right now. Um that's the anti-superhero toolkit. Superhero toolkit link. Okay. So here's how I do that. Let me show you right now. Let me open it up so that I can find it for you. And then once I open it, then you don't have to see me trying to find it in my extremely full Canva because I use Canva probably more than any other resource ever in life. Okay, here it is. Okay, good. Let me do that. No, here's what I want. All right. So here's the answer to that question, Marissa. Thank you so much for asking that. Let me go ahead and switch again. All right. So the way that I do that, I actually created a whole worksheet because this was what helped me stabilize and what led to this every week. This is how I got to the point that I have a workflow to it. Okay. So first I start with in this worksheet, the first thing that I do is I look at what are the things that I am bullying myself to tell myself that I'm the only person that can do it. Ourselves that we're the only person that we can do, and we are giving ourselves more work. So if we're a person that always wants to help other people, I love you and I love me. And we are going to pause and say, hey, friend, I'm going to stop overcommitting. So the first part is to kind of like really have a heart to heart. It's a mindset shift within ourselves to say, I'm going to stop trying to be everybody else's superhero and just be my own hero and show up for myself. I know that's crazy to think, but it's a real thing. Like, start with that. And it says terms of contract, daily breaks. I'll make time for weekly fun rituals. I will have tech-free time. I will have a no guilt policy. Like, I'm actually getting to the meat and potatoes here, okay? Then we get into creating habits and routines. The habits and routines are what automated. I can't say that enough. This is where the efficiency comes in. And that's why I'm showing you things like Eventbrite and Ellie and these other tools, because these are the tools that keep me from having to figure it out all the time. And it's already just set up. It makes it so much more efficient for me. So then once I have my own personal habits and routines, and I literally walk you through what are self-care routines, what are personal routines, what are professional routines, long cadence routines, taking a check to look at that, and then we're creating your time and energy budget. This is where the magic comes in. In my time and energy budget, I take a look at how many hours do I need to work for that contractor versus how many times do I need to work, how many hours do I need to work for me versus my sleep time versus rest and fun time. And I put that all in the hours of this week. This is 1 week from Monday to Sunday, all the hours accounted for. And I budget out my time here first and foremost and my energy. So if I'm doing something really heavy in the morning on Monday, I make sure I energetically have time to reset, whether that's a siesta, a walk, whatever it is. I make sure I schedule that in right after that. And then I might jump into my work afterwards. So um this worksheet's not filled in, but I showed you guys my filled in worksheet not that long ago. So let me open that up for you as well so that you can see. Okay, now don't make fun. It's relatively organized, but I'm not going to promise you that it's fully organized in my Canva. Okay. So I want to show you, here it is. So this is what my time and energy budget looks like. So this is what made it easier for me to balance between the contractor and the entrepreneur self. I go as deep as to say I sleep a little bit later on the weekends. I have my morning routines, I have my workout routines, and then client work. And I color code it so it makes it easier to see afterwards. These are the times when I'm doing my contract work versus the dark purple is the times where I'm doing my business work. And I even try to look at, since this is based on like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., I can see how many hours I'm actually putting into that. Because say I know that I want to get 20 hours worth of work every single week for the contract work that I do, or that's what I've been contracted for. Then I make sure I set aside time to do that. And this is how I make sure I get a little balance of both of those things. So that's how I make it super intentional. And once I do that, the next part of the anti-superhero toolkit is let me see, keep going. Then I'm doing a review, and then I'm using that, uh, the budget that I have, and those are the routines that I'm putting in Ellie. So, um, within that section, let me open it up again. So, like, within this purple section where it has my work time, this is where I'm making sure my YouTube routines are scheduled within that time. Or what other tasks that I need to do for myself, I have them scheduled based on this budget. And then I put it on repeat because repeat is always easier. So you see that's how these things are scheduled in. So if we look at the calendar view of this, you can see these are things that happen on a regular basis for me. Whereas this teal part, so I switched it to like in my budget. So I actually need to update my budget. Now I keep all of my mornings for myself because that's when I know I do my best deep work, deep focus work. And then the work for the contract work I tend to do in the afternoon. So like this section was originally contract work time, but then it ended up not having time to do. There was nothing for me to do at that point. I was waiting for things from other people, so then I did something else. Okay. Again, that was a lot of information. Let me check and see what thoughts or questions you might have so I make sure I'm answering them. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, your website is on WordPress. Okay. I've never used WordPress. I started with WordPress and then I heard about Squarespace right after, and I immediately switched to Squarespace. So I've never been on WordPress at all, but I can't show you any tips about WordPress at all, but I might be able to find somebody to help you. But I can help you organize the system and the flow behind it and or the strategy behind it so that, once you get the help to figure that out, I'm happy to help you do that. I love talking shop. I already told Tori. So thank you so much. I will be purchasing. Yay! That's good. Yes, let me know if you have any questions, anything that you want to talk about and how you want to organize it. I love talking through it because sometimes you just need a different perspective on how you look at how you organize that stuff. So, I love this. I'm having to reframe a routine as not being a punishment. This is so helpful. Yes. Your routines are not your punishment. You didn't do anything wrong. That's such a great way to say that. Girl, thank you. I'm gonna have to make a video about that too. Listen, y'all got so many good things. I'm gonna have to watch this video 20 times over because there's so much good content in here, y'all. We're having such good conversations. Yes, it's not a punishment. It's actually one of the best ways for you to make sure you're getting the self-care that you need on a regular basis. It is probably the most efficient way to make sure you get self-care on a regular basis. So lean into it, like use it to your advantage, okay? Um, I like to think of routines as a container that supports me rather than restricting me. It's a process. It is a process. I think a lot of times we've been told that we need to be spontaneous, that we need to go with the flow. And I do think that there are definitely circumstances where that's the case. I think there's a difference between uh trying to swim upstream and flowing going down flow with the stream, but directing the flow that you're going. So when I hear someone say they don't they're they don't want to go that they want to go with the flow, I try to put in their mind, if you're in a boat on the water, you still have the ability with a rudder to direct, are you going to the left side of the bank or the right side to the right side of the bank? Are you going to go straight and just run into a rock? Like, you can still direct the flow in some ways as you go. And that's how we're using routines to help us move forward. So, yes, I on the flip side, um, trying to swim upstream or paddle upstream is the no, we don't want to do that. We don't need to paddle upstream, but I also don't think we need to be willy-nilly either, because sometimes when we're willy-nilly like that, we end up somewhere we didn't intend to go, like running into a rock. Okay. I hope that analogy makes sense because I got on a thing. It is a process though. I agree. It is totally process. Thank you for pointing that out. These are beautiful and functional. Yay! I love all the colors. The colors are fun. We should make it beautiful. It could be functional and pretty at the same time. That's what my tiny house is going to be, functional and pretty. Very pretty at the same time. At Prophet Mother. Wow, thank you for sharing this. Yes, that was an amazing comment. I love it. I love it. This is so helpful. Okay, good, good. I like that this is helpful. I want this to be something that you can take and run with. No questions. We'll need to watch the replay. No worries. If you have questions when you watch the replay, just put it in the comments. You know, I'm down to talk about it. And even if, or bring it next week and we could talk about it live. That's always good too. I resonate with that. I feel restricted. I need to change that mindset as well. Yeah, I do get why feeling like scheduling something can make you feel like it's set in stone. But here's the other thing that I like to think about scheduling something. Even if I schedule it in my calendar or schedule it in Ellie, it's not in stone. Like yesterday when I was trying to get on the call with Tori, my electronics did not like that I was sitting outside. I was in the shade and it was still way too hot. If and then it's continued to do that while I tried to while I tried to do some work. So I literally had to drive to another location, which meant everything that I originally had scheduled for that time, it didn't get done. Now, because it didn't get done, but I knew what I was trying to work on, I could just reorganize things and it was all fine. I didn't lose track of anything. I didn't have to feel behind. I could just intentionally say, I can't do that right now, and I could put it another time. And I think that there's grace in it when we use it that way. Like when we use what we've scheduled for ourselves and we intentionally say self, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, I don't have the space to do that right now. I'm going to have to do that at another time. That's you telling yourself with grace that ain't happening right now. And you just schedule it for another time. But it's not gonna blow up. At least that's my thought about it. So let me know. I hope that helps you feel less restricted. Um, I also have to say, I agree with Tori. It's a process. I didn't feel like that for a long time at the beginning. Um, when I would schedule things and I wouldn't get them done, I would just keep adding to the list and it would snowball into more and more and more and more things, which left me feeling more and more behind and less like I had time to do the things that I actually wanted to do until I started recognizing it was more about rescheduling rather than re-adding and or just taking it off the list. I had a really great coaching call yesterday and I said I encouraged her to take a second when she doesn't finish something on her to-do list to decide, is it a need to do or a nice to do? Because a lot of times we think the nice to do things, we confuse them. Our nice to do things are not need to do's. Nice to do's are like, oh, it would be really great if we could do this. Like making making my website animated. That's a nice to do, not a need to do. The thing works just fine as it is right now. I don't need to do that. Um, those are some of the things that I have to like ask myself. Is this a nice to do or a need to do? And if it's a nice to do, take that thing off the list, okay? All right. So I'm done ranting about that. I appreciate all of your conversation about this. Me too. Is it being an Aquarius? Maybe. Maybe. I love this visualization. Actually, I don't think it's about being an Aquarius. I think it's a human thing. I think we just all, it's a thing. Don't worry. The colors. Yay for the colors. Come on, tiny house. Exactly. Yes, it's going to be magnificent. Need to do versus nice to do. Excellent advice. Good. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm happy to hear that. It's definitely one of the things that I have to ask myself regularly. I had to step away, but I'm coming right back at the exact part I need to hear. Come on. Don't you love when Jesus does that? That's exactly it. I love it. Perfect timing. Okay, good. So, yes, like all of these things, I like to make it super intentional on and super tangible on how you can little by little by little, take these practices and make them work for you rather than being harder. If it's harder, I don't want you to do it. I don't want you to do it. If anything, it feels like, hey, Rashida, this is hard and I don't understand why it's hard for me. Please tell me. Because it's either a reframe or it was a nice to do or something. Like we need to talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. I receive feedback well. I am never going to cut you down by you telling me something's not working for you. I receive that. Let me know. Okay. Okay. Um, I am glad I'm not alone because I'd be struggling, girl. You are not alone. Not alone at all. I would say I am maybe like two steps ahead. I'm still struggling, but enough that I could got a little bit figured out enough that I could share with a couple other people. But you are not the only one struggling. Not at all, okay? Not at all. Okay, I love it. Okay, where can we buy the anti-superhero toolkit? So see what had happened was since I didn't move over the the sales page, I only have the checkout page. I could get you the checkout page. Marissa said, listen, stop playing. Give me what I want. I, I ain't mad at you, girl. Here, let me get it for you right now. So the anti-superhero toolkit, I have it in two different setups. I have it where you could just buy the toolkit, and I have it where you can buy the toolkit in a coaching session with me. So of course, let me see, can I get that from here? Um, okay, let me see. I am getting Marissa the the links. Okay, right here. So I'm getting you those links right now. Um, okay, here is the link to the toolkit with the coaching call. And then let me get the link to the one where it's just the, and here's the thing, if you have extensive things that you think you're going to want to talk about with it, then get the coaching call. Otherwise, just ask your questions here in the community. Like you don't have to you don't have to do the coaching call. Either one's fine. Okay? So, um hopefully, let me see. I put them both in the chat. So, let me know. And if you have any technical difficulties with either one of those, just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll get you the right link. But those should be fine. Okay, so one is ASTC and okay, the second okay, I did this second the first link twice. Sorry. That's what I was trying to double check. Okay, let me fix it. So the first link that I gave you added the coaching call. The second one is just the mini course. Okay. That's just the walkthrough that gives you everything. It's just the mini course. Okay. All right. So, yes, Marissa said, and we're so grateful for everything you're sharing. Yay. I'm glad that it's helpful. I'm excited that we're getting down into the nitty gritty. I was always worried that I might be going too deep. So I'm really, really grateful to know that this has been helpful, you guys. I appreciate the feedback a lot, like super, super a lot. Okay. What you share is so helpful. It makes it less overwhelming. That's good. That is so good. I'm happy to hear that because it was overwhelming for me too. And these are all of the things that I wish I could have found, resources that I could have found, things that I wish someone would have told me. So I'm glad that it's helping you. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay. Every week, you give me a new practical tool that implements right away. So helpful. My favorite thing you ever said is baby steps are huge for a baby. You right. We forget that. Baby steps, we think like baby steps are like, oh, this really itty bitty little steps. But let's put that into a context. A baby taking a step, a human that has never taken a step before ever in their life is now taking a step. That's massive. That is life-changing. Baby steps are massive. So please do not downplay just how big it is to take a baby step, okay? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so glad that that was helpful too. Listen, I gotta remind myself these are other things I need to make smaller videos about. So y'all are I appreciate y'all. Come on. I'm gonna do that too. Okay, good, good. I'm glad we're getting all these things. So many things. I got you the right link. Um, so the one with the ASTC on the end is the Anti-Superhero Toolkit call. That's the one with the call, and then the AST is just the toolkit. Okay. All right, good. Good, good, good. Okay. So now we actually need to get into our calendar and schedule things for the week. So, with that being said, here's how I'm going to do that. Okay, good. Y'all, I think I'm gonna stop doing Instagram Live. I've That's just a side note. I think just doing it on YouTube and whatever gets shared on LinkedIn, we might not do that one either, but that's okay. But either way, um, now I am getting ready to take a second and not take a second. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time and actually set up my schedule for the week. And I promised that I was going to um, show you how I did it. I'm going to talk you through the first day of me setting it up. And then I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to give us the 25 minutes for us to set up our schedule. That's what we talked about last week. I'm going to show you how I do it. Also, too, I remember to put the link. It's an affiliate link for Ellie. It's no extra cost for you. You'll actually get to try it for free. Um, and then but it's, they'll appreciate me for sharing it with you, but I'm only sharing with you something that I'm obviously showing you that I use and how to use it. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my schedule 1 or 2 days in LA, then I'm going to be quiet and give us all some time to set up our schedule. And then next week, I am actually planning to do it on paper. Remember, I couldn't get my camera set up to do it today, but there is a way for me to do it on my iPad. So I am going to show you how I do that next week. For all of you paper lovers who still like to write it, I get it. I get it. I got it for you. I was thinking about it all week. I still got you covered. So we're gonna have both sides where it's the um we're gonna have the digital version, and then we're gonna have the write it down version, and I'm just gonna show it to you from my iPad because that's my easiest way to do it. Okay. All right. So I love it. Oh, Marissa says the community on YouTube is unmatched. I agree, especially the Black women community on YouTube is unmatched. Like, I love this so, so much. Oh, just gets me excited. Okay, so let me go ahead and let's share my screen again and let's jump into scheduling for the week. All right, okay. So I'm coming back over to my calendar and I'm going back to my tasks list. Now, remember, today is Friday. I actually have a pop-up on Sunday, uh, front porch Sundays. Um, I can't remember how long that is, but I think my business partner put that on the calendar. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a second, I'm looking at the things that I had from last week, and I'm seeing if any of those things are things that I need to that I not finished. So I actually finished all three of these. I just didn't check them off. So I'm gonna go ahead and check them off now. I didn't check them off when I did them because I knew that I wanted to remind myself that I have to switch my routine going forward. And I'm probably gonna, when we're on our pause or when we're all working on our schedule, I'm gonna work on that. But for right now, I just want you to see how I'm actually adding things to my calendar. Okay, so when I finish this today, you see, these are the things that are already scheduled. So my workday started routine, I actually did that too. Again, didn't check it off. So now I just checked that off. I did my video scripting today, so that's checked off. And then this is what's coming next. And you see, this is scheduled for 2 p.m. This is scheduled for 6 p.m. And then I have two more things that I know that I want to work on, and I have some time that I could do these things. I'm probably going to shut down work a little bit early today, but I need to make my list of the different SEO pages. So the way I'm going to do that, listen, this is the very detailed version. So I want that screen and I want the other screen that I was just showing you, this here. So I'm gonna put these side by side here and here. And now I'm gonna look at, this thing keeps being in the way. What are the things that I need to do for this project? So as I wrote on my list, my goal, my objective for next week is to finish my website. And I need to do SEO for each page. I need to do, so in order to do that, I need to do an SEO audit. And then I have a resource for that. Her name is Kristen, and that's in my email list. I think that's going to take me, so I'm adding it to my to-do list. I think doing the audit itself is going to take me an hour and a half. So I'm estimating that it's going to take me an hour and a half. Now you're going to estimate at the beginning and you're going to be like, man, I suck at estimating. Because I'm going to tell you, I suck at estimating. And then I've gotten better at it, but I was not great at it at the beginning. But I'm going to estimate that it's going to take me an hour and a half. It says 12 a.m., but I'm going to change that time later. So I added that to my to-do list. I need to do SEO for a number of pages. So then once I do the SEO audit, I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to use ChatGPT to help me fill in my SEO. Okay. So what I'm gonna do when I do the audit is when I look through this lady's email address, this email that the lady sent me, I am going to write a list of the things that she tells me to look for on each of my pages. Then I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to tell it what she said. And then I'm going to give it the link to my landing page and I'm going to ask it to do an audit. I'm going to ask it to fill that, tell me what all of that information is, and then I'm going to double check it. And then once I double check it, I'm going to put it into the page. Now, I've never done this before. I know that ChatGPT does these things well. So I'm not super worried about it. And the fact that I have a reference of what my SEO needs to be, it should make it pretty simple. But I'm still going to give myself an hour per page to be able to do the SEO for each page. Okay. The reason I'm giving myself an hour is because my mind is telling me, oh, that's since I'm using ChatGPT, it's only going to take me 30 minutes to figure it out. I've learned that if I think it's going to take me 30 minutes to figure it out, 9 times out of 10, it's actually going to take me an hour. So I always double it. But that's why I'm scheduling it this way. Okay. So the pages that I need to do SEO for, I need to do it for this post lead magnet page, post lead magnet page. Oops. And then I'm going to label it and I'm going to tell it how much time. And the reason I'm telling it that much time is because when I time block, if I don't have a time in there, it's only going to put a minute. But then that means you're underestimating and you're probably going to double book yourself that way. Time blocking keeps me from overbooking myself. Okay. So I'm going to do that for all of these pages. I'm not going to make you watch me do that. Then once I have these pages, then I'm actually going to open back up to this. And then I can start dragging and dropping it. Am I going to work on that on Monday? And I can tell myself I'm going to do 3 pages on Monday, 1 page on Tuesday because I have other things to do, 3 pages on Wednesday, 1 page on Thursday, and then I can spread it out that way. And then I can, once I do that, I can see, is it realistic that I can do both of these things in 1 week? Can I do the SEO and the email sequences in 1 week? Or can I only do one in 1 week? And is it more important for me to do the SEO or is it more important for me to do the email sequences? As I'm talking you through it, it's actually more important for me to do the email sequences. So I'm prioritizing. So instead of writing all the SEO pages in first, I'm going to write in the email sequences that I need to follow up with and estimate how much time I need to do for those, schedule those in first, and then go back and schedule in the other things. Now, here's the thing that I'm telling you about this, but I already have in dancing on Thursday nights. I have my morning routines, which are always time for me to go do a walk in the morning, an hour walk in the morning, every single morning, where it has the screen. That's for me to go do a walk and do my original thoughts and to watch some of y'all YouTube videos while I'm on my walk and to respond. Because, listen, Alicia, that last video, I only got 4 minutes in. I was so hooping and hollering. I had to stop and audio do my response because I just got so much love and excitement. You talking about Jesus actually makes me a little bit emotional right now. So I'm coming back from being off topic, but the point is that I've already automated my work, my rest and fun, making sure I put those in first, and then I'm adding these other priorities afterwards. I want to make sure I say that really clear. The only reason I'm talking more about work is because I already have my rest and fun already scheduled in the week. Okay. This is my next week. Let me, come on, shift over. Nope, wrong thing. Want this to shift. Ugh, of course, it's not, it doesn't want to show it right now. Oh, I know what it is. It's this other button. So if I close this over here, I've already got my social dancing, I've got my jazz canteens, I've got networking and cocktails, I've got lunch breaks for every day. This is actually supposed to be my lunch break right here too. I don't know why that deleted, so I'm gonna have to fix that. These are all rest times as well. Do you see how I already have that scheduled in? Okay, that's important. Okay, y'all, you know I give you a lot of information and then I'm gonna pause. So make sure, let me know. Now I want to give you some time to actually do the work. I will happily leave myself up on the screen, finishing my schedule so you could see if you want to continue to watch me, you can. I'm just not going to talk. Um, but that I also want you to take some time and try to set up, just try to, if it's too much to schedule in everything, just take today and just make sure you get one restful activity and one fun activity scheduled in your calendar for next week. If that's the only thing you finish in this 25 minutes, amazing. Amazing. Okay? That's perfect. So, um that's what we're going to focus on right now. Okay, so let me take a second. You can see this is also showing on LinkedIn over there. Let me just take a second and look at the comments here because I love this. We're always having such a good conversation. Black women are the best. Yes, we are. Come on. Got the biggest smile. Come on. The absolute best. I'm realizing there's some trauma of school coming up that's creating resistance to a routine. Ooh, that's a deep thing to recognize. Look, I'm proud of yourself for recognizing that and like so excited for you for giving yourself the chance to process that. And yeah, it's okay. Like if it's a baby step, look, a baby step is a big step. So whatever step you need to take to process that and free yourself and start shifting, let it happen. Let it happen. Okay? Let it happen. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much for listening, girl. You had me. It's this good. That was worth listening. Every single bit of it. Y'all all have such amazing content. I can't keep up with all of y'all, but I'm listening. I am listening. Okay. I feel that the trauma resistance with routine too. I have replaced this with the word ritual. Okay. I like that. So instead of and I think that might be the other reason why I call it a time and energy budget, but not everybody likes budgets either because a lot of people feel budgeting can be resisting as well. So if we have another idea, I like the idea of ritual instead of routine, habits and rituals. I like that. Okay, habits and rituals. I'm going to update that as well. Habits and rituals. I love it. I love it. Okay. It feels more fun and magical. I like magical. That magical is always good. So yes, that's a good idea. Whatever's gonna make us feel magical, we need to do that. We need to call it that. Come on. That is so good. Marissa, this. That is exactly the pressure to perform. And I don't want you to feel like you have to perform. I don't really, that's not the goal. I do not want that to be the goal. So if we need to change the word from routine to ritual so that you don't have to feel that pressure, listen, done. It's not even a conversation. That word is gone. Never using it again. It is now a ritual forevermore. If there's a better word, let us know. Let's talk about it so that we can let that go because the rituals can be our freedom. I have found rituals to be my freedom. Yes, I love this. This is so good. Thank you for this, Marissa. Okay, it feels like ritual might be a good word. Ooh, ritual. I love that. Okay, good. Okay, good. Ritual and rhythm. Rhythm is another one. Habits and rhythms. Because rhythms reminds me of dancing. And I loves dance. Look, I like to shake my tail feather. You ain't got to tell me again. Come on. Rhythm. Rhythm. We're liking that a lot. Maybe instead of we'll just take habits out as well. Instead of habits and that R word that I won't say right now. Maybe it's rhythms and rituals. Ooh, R&R. Ooh, I like that better. Yes, R&R. We need rhythms and rituals. Come on. Love these reframes. Ritual, rhythm, and practice. It's such a practice. Come on. I love these reframes. Come on, y'all. Y'all are amazing. This is why I love doing this. So good. So good. So, so good. Okay. So I'm gonna put on the timer. I'm going to show you my screen as I step into our rhythm and ritual to set up my schedule for next week. Okay. I'm using this ritual to create my rhythm for next week. Gets me excited, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Again, you can put stuff in the chat, and then when we come back, we'll talk through it. Um, I'll put on the music as well, okay? So let me get the screen set up, do that, and then I'll put the music back on. Let me get the timer going. The timer is, oh, nope, that's not. Okay. Oop, Lord, that's massive. Okay. Trying to get things so that you know what you're getting yourself into. So this is what we're going to do. Let me fix this. The color should be this. Okay. All right. Times. Okay. That's what do I have an email sequence for that? This is not going to mean this will have an email. Is okay. BOT. Houston. Okay, so that's yes, this one will have overnight. Treatment. This is an email sequence, so we just need to focus series. This does not email sequence. It's just as a reminder. This is the same one as the other one. And then this one is just Fridays, and that is just the okay. It's not 15 minutes. So be- Sequence. Watch page. Review. Read. Editing. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Maybe we'll do it that way.
So nasty.
These are all done. Oh, this one's not done.
So nasty.
Maybe it is done.
So nasty.
Okay, so I just need to test this one. Right.
So nasty. Working back.
Oh, and I fixed that page too. It must be because I'm inhuman. Let's try. Ah, okay. Need to fix that. Okay. Wait, I think I know what it is. Okay, wait, let's try and just fix it right now. It is. Gosh, I hope not all of these pages have been deleted. Oops. Oh my gosh. Wait, that sucks. Why did I check that? To see if that one works. Goes to the right place. Secondary button. Oh, you know what? I think there is a secondary button. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Okay, come back to that. Yeah, I need to change this. Okay. And that's it. Okay. That's all finished. Okay. Mm, mm, Open this. Let's see. Let's delete 2 hours. Okay, I gotta make sure I remember to tell you guys about this part when I get done. Um, let's go. Wait, patient. I didn't Okay, try this. Let's write those up. Let's for VIP day. And for today, let's do this. This is gonna take, this is probably gonna take hours. I might have to spread that out over the week. If I use ChatGPT, it'll take me a while. So let's say 3. Then post maintenance. Okay, just want to make sure everything's at time. This is only gonna take an hour. Okay, less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. Less than 2 Okay, this say 3 hours. Definitely not getting all of this done in a week. Let's do such as this. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on Monday for right now. We could do this on Tuesday next week. Oh, crap. I just realized Monday's a holiday. Okay, so that's actually going to be on Wednesday. Oop, went too far. It's October. Go back. Monday's a holiday, so this is going to happen on Wednesday. Things that I have on Monday are not happening on Monday. This is going to happen on Tuesday. This is going to happen on Tuesday as well. Tuesday. And this is just deleted because it's a holiday. Ooh, this is going to happen. Just going to delete this. Yep. Okay. So then Monday plus Saturday. Yes, we've got first Sunday and Sunday. I did nothing on Monday. Just eating and working. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. And then pitching. Okay, drinks. That's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Conference. Seal. Did I get everything? Okay, I'm gonna end early. Email. Right, so before it's actually a live stream. I'm sure. I mean, I think they can hear it regardless, so it's fine. Mm, let's say it's 2 hours. Create the time. Okay. All right. So that's going to drive me down there. All right. So you see how I spent quite a bit of the time just getting the list together. Usually I don't have to spend as much time on the list, but today I did need to spend a little bit more time on the list because I realized that last week I didn't do that as well. So as you can see now, I'm just dragging and dropping things onto the appropriate day and then time blocking them within the day. So this is Wednesday. And again, some of the things that were originally on Monday, since Monday is a holiday, is now being moved to other days. So actually, Tuesday ended up turning out pretty good. So you could see how that turned out. And then schedule the email reminder. Okay. So now I can just keep dragging and dropping things in for the week. So this is Wednesday. Schedule a call email. Oh, I remember what this is now. I just made this one. So this we can drag and drop here. Um, did I go to Thursday? Okay, so release tasks. Did I move that to the wrong day? I think I did because I thought I was on. So I'm going to move this up here and this up here. And now it's really just, you see, I'm just dragging and dropping. This is why I like Ellie, because once I get it on the right day, which I am going to move something else to this day as well. POT email sequence. Do I want to do that next? I don't think that I do. And you see, I could make this allows me to also see because I've decided how long it's supposed to be, it blocks out the actual amount of time. This is why time blocking is so important to um, keep us from overbooking our schedule. All right, so website email sequence, the webinar email sequence. I do think that I can do that at that day. And then let's try, we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of grace on that day. I like to give myself grace on Wednesdays because I usually end up having some things roll over. And then Thursday, I have that scheduled and this. Okay. So now I'm just coming from, okay, this was my to-do list that I'm tracking things. I can do this here. You see how that is time blocked for that whole time. So that drag and drop to that day. That was, and see how I'm putting, it seems like the SEO stuff is not going to get done because I really need to finish these other things up. SEO is what's going to help people find my website without them, without me promoting it. But I want to have these other things done first. So I'm glad that I'm getting these things scheduled in. And then this SEO thing, I know I still need to do this, but I am actually going to remind myself to schedule it for next week. So I'm just going to put it on next week's to-do list when we get together to do this next week. Um, and then okay, post lead magnet page. I think I did that this morning. And then I am gonna do these last two things next week. Oop, might not get that whole thing done next week. See how big that is? That's too much time. I'm not sure exactly how much of that is actually going to get done. So I am just going to do, I'm going to reschedule this for next Friday. And if everything goes well this week, then I will, I'll pull a little bit more time in. And if it doesn't, then I will have a reminder to do it then. So here we go. That's okay. Now we got that there. And you see how last week I had just said to myself, oh, I'm just going to transfer the email series, but I didn't do enough detail to actually make sure I got it done. This week, I just did the detail I needed to make sure I actually get it done. Prime example. All right, so now I'm going to delete that. Okay, y'all. That was a very productive bit of time. um, so yes, I this is how we do it. This is how I set up my schedule every week. And we just set up the whole thing from beginning to end. Okay, so let me see what we got in the comments because, okay, just the feel is so different. I appreciate that. The feel is good. Good. I can't hear or see the folks in the background. They are just a blur, if that is reassuring. I appreciate that. That's good to know. So, yes, good. Um, because she was saying that the music was loud, but the music was really, I forget that you guys can hear it even if I turn it down. So it's turned down. Not a problem at all. Okay. So now we're moving into wind down. We're winding down from the week. Look at all the things we got done today. So much stuff. And let me tell you, remember how last time I had like 5 different desktop? No, I had I had 17 different desktops open. Guess what? I'm down to like 5, and I'm quite proud of myself. So we're moving into the part of our time where we wind down for the week, for the weekend, and we do these top 3 tasks. The first one is that we take a look at what windows and what desktops can we close on our phone, on our iPad, on our laptop. What are all those things that we can close? Okay, let's start looking at that. I'm gonna take a look at mine. Let me see what Marissa's question says. Question: how do you create flexibility in your schedule to allow things to flow? For example, like today, if a live takes longer than you plan. So I try to pay a little bit more attention to, I try to over, I try to give myself more time than less time. So when I first set up the live streams, my thought that they would only be uh 45 minutes, and if they went over, they would be an hour. Then they started being an hour, and sometimes they would go over. So what I've done every time that it's gone over, the next week in my own schedule, I adjust the time that I'm time blocking for to be longer. So this week, because we're evolving and we're trying something new, it's obviously taking longer. So what I'll do for next week, when I schedule how long it's gonna take, I'm gonna say, hey, this is a longer, instead of putting an hour on the thing, I'm on the description, I'm gonna say this is a 3-hour co-planning session. For one, so other people understand, what they're getting themselves into. And then for two, so I have it better set up on my schedule to be more realistic. So when something takes more time than it thinks it is, I take a mental look at how much time did I actually need for it, and I adjust going forward so that I can better plan in the future. And it just allows me to get better at planning it every single time, you know? Okay, good. I'm glad that that was helpful. Thank you for sharing that and for the time you share with us. It's my pleasure. I'm happy that we do it. I'm glad that it's helpful. Okay, so closing windows for the week. I can already see I'm closing this one. So I have one, let me see, two, three, four tabs that I'm closing, five. Let's see, six, six. I want to close all of these by the end of next week. So I don't think I'll close them today. So that's 6 windows. So I have 6 windows that we're closing. And from being at 19 different desktops, I'm down to six. Six is still a lot, but I'm actually, that's 6 windows for me. So that's progress for me. You might think I'm crazy, but that's progress. And I'm not asking anybody to be perfect. This is just about a little bit of progress. So that's what progress looks like for me. So, what does progress look like for you? How many windows are you closing today? How many desktops can you close down so that you don't have anything running in the background? This week, I have been a lot more relentless with it because I've been holding myself accountable. Thank you. And sharing with you guys exactly what I'm closing down. So let me know in the chat, how many things are you closing down today? Okay. Then let's move into yay, y'all celebrating with me. Thanks for celebrating. I'm proud of myself. Look, let me pat myself on the back. Making progress too. I'm gonna be excited when I get to the point where I'm like inbox zero, Windows zero. Every week I can shut all the windows down. Listen, that's gonna be a good day. I'm working towards it. I'm working towards it. Every time that I close any windows, I'm proud of myself. So even one, or even the thought of closing one is still progress, you guys, because it gets better every week. That's why we do it every week. Okay. I changed my settings on my computer and phone last week in Windows. Now auto close after 24 hours. What? That is fancy. That is super fancy. I have never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't even know if I could commit to that. Listen, that gave me like the shivers even thinking about that. I'm not sure that I'm ready for that, but that is, man, good to know. I could probably do that on my phone. I'm not ready to do that on my laptop. Man, goals, 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 goals. Good thing though. I appreciate that because it makes you ask yourself every week, did you actually need that? I like that a lot. I love it. Okay. I hope you all have a beautiful and restful weekend. Thank you so much for this. You're welcome. I hope you have a great weekend as well. So, yes, as we're winding down, closing windows. So, now that we've talked about how many windows are we closing, you can still let me know how much you're closing in the chat. Next thing, fun activity that you're going to do, fun meal that you're going to have. That's steps 2 and 3. Fun activity that you're going to do, fun meal that you're going to have. My fun activity this evening, usually like I like doing movie. This is like my weekends are my time to come hang out with my goddaughters because they don't give a care about work. They want to tell me about their tattoos and gymnastic and like fun tattoos, kid tattoos, not tattoos. They're 6 and 9, so they're not not real tattoos. But, so that make them popcorn, have cookies, that's what they care about. So that's what's going to be my wind down for this weekend, like this evening. That's always what gets me into my weekend, especially because I don't have kids. Um, so if you're the mom that has kids and your wind down is sending them to their grandparents so you could have an evening to yourself, then I'm all about that too. Okay. I would be the godmom that you would be sending them to so that you could have a nice evening to yourself. Okay. All right. So whatever that is, have a good make sure you figure out what that's going to be. Yes, Marissa, have a wonderful weekend. Okay. So Tori said, so great. Okay, good, good. Lol, LOL, it scared me too. My boyfriend did it for me after I told him I closed 10 windows in our meeting. Tell him I appreciate him for being a part of the team and helping us move forward in our goals to work less and live more. Okay. I appreciate it. Yes. Have a great weekend, Marissa. Okay. So, do you have your plan settled for your weekend? What's the fun thing you're going to eat? What's the restful thing you're going to eat? Restful thing you're going to do? And how many windows have you closed down? Or are you going to close down? Okay. Y'all, we went into so many details this week. This was such a good call. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for giving your feedback. Thank you for having conversations. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Thank you for sharing your heart. Like these, man, this is why I do this. Like this is so enlivening and encouraging for me. So I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely appreciate you. You are amazing. 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 Thank you. Yeah, okay. So in addition to that, you see I got some updates to do on my website. So I'm going to be putting on there some of the different ways that you can work with me. You can get the anti-superhero toolkit. You can do it with a call. You can do a 90-minute intensive where we'll do like a consultation first and we'll decide what is the main goal that we want to accomplish on the call. Out of a full list of things, I'm actually going to give you the list of like, here are the things that I like to talk through with my clients, and you let me know what you want to do and we'll spend 90 minutes working on that one thing because 90 minutes is enough time for us to finish that one thing, not necessarily do a lot more. So you could do a 90-minute session with me. You can do a VIP day where this is a new idea for me, but that I have 4 main phases in my program. And again, I'm going to tell you what those 4 are. Now, the only thing about the VIP day, these phases build on each other. So either we're going to you could do a VIP day where it's just the first phase where we're redefining your identity based, with who you are beyond your job title, or we're doing the whole program, but we're doing it in 3 VIP days so that you can build on each other. They have to build on each other or else they don't really work. So you could either do one or you could do them all. That's how it works. And then there's also my program that's more of a extended way to do it. If trying This is a lot of hard work. And I love the hard work and it's so good and it's so encouraging and it's so freeing. But if you're a person that gets overwhelmed with hard work, then you want to do the program because that's an extended timeline. That's going to give you 12 weeks to do all the work that we do versus 3 very intense days where we do 60-minute session, 30-minute break, 60-minute session, 30-minute break, 60-minute session, take a lunch, 60-minute session. Like the VIP days are intensive, okay, like really intense. So if you need more time to do like this mental processing, then you want to actually look at the program. I am going to make a listing of all of that by next week because that's what I scheduled on my calendar this week. But at least you just got a little bit of a rundown. If you're like any of those things you want to know more about right now, then just go ahead and schedule an exit plan call. We're gonna talk, that's what we're gonna talk about anyway. So get on the exit plan call completely free, apply.yourdreamstrategist.com, and we could talk about all of those different offerings and see which one feels right for you. I'm not trying to bully you into any particular thing. The only thing I am anal about is I don't want you to start at the end because you're going to not get as much benefit out of it if you don't start with first redefining who you are beyond work. The rest of it just doesn't work without doing that. So we're going to start with that and then we'll go from there. So yes, that's what the next steps are from this. But no matter what you do, let's do this every single Friday. Share this with another friend who's like, I know that I need more rest and fun. I know that I want more time for self-care. I know that I want to quit being a strong Black woman. I know that there's more to life than this, but I ain't been able to figure out how to like make it happen. Share this with them because as you can see, I like to get down to the practical, tangible, little, stop it. They're not little, huge baby steps that help us make progress every single week. Okay. I thank you guys. I enjoy you so much. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Your offerings sound amazing. Good. I'm trying to meet everybody where they are and make sure that you get something huge no matter what you do. There's like huge and huger and hugest. Nothing is small. So yes, let me know if you want to talk about any of those. Just head to apply.yourdreamstrategist.com. All right, you guys, that's everything. This was an amazing call. Have an amazing weekend. I enjoy you so much. Bye.